Smoked country ranch green beans and potatoes with bacon. If you think green beans are boring, well, you've never cooked them in bacon grease and ranch seasoning over hickory smoke. This one might just steal the show from your brisket. Let's get smoking. Smoked country ranch green beans and potatoes with bacon. Wow, this is going to be a good one, I think. It's a side. We're in keeping with our no meat month. So this will be a side dish. You could have it as a main dish. There'd probably be enough sustenance there. In fact, that might be all we have tonight. But it's got everything you need. It's got your meat protein, your vegetables. What else do you need? But let's get started here. As you can see, we've got bacon. We're going to chop that into smaller chunks and fry it in our skillet here. And we've got a pound and a half of baby red potatoes. We're gonna cut these in half and parboil them. We don't just a little bit, so they're just barely starting to get fork tender, so we don't have undercooked potatoes when we're done. And we've got a pound of fresh cut green beans and red onion and some seasonings. So let's get started. We need to halve our potatoes and get them on the boil. So we'll go ahead and get that going. Then we'll move on to our bacon. So we're just going to cut them in half. Nothing, no magic here. All right. Then we're just going to get those on the boil about 10 minutes or so. Get them parboiled. All right. Got about 3 quarts of water. I'll put those in first. When we get those over high heat, we're going to get them boiling. And put a couple dashes of salt in there to help season them just a little bit. And then we're going to get on to our bacon. We're just going to fry those until they're just crispy. I don't want to overcook them because we're going to put them in later and get them cooking just a little bit more in the smoker. But we've got eight slices of bacon here. I'm just going to cut those into 1-inch pieces. All right, we got our bacon cut into 1-inch slices, and we're just going to brown this in the skillet. Normally I'd be doing this outside just because cooking outside is more fun. And of course, you all know what frying up bacon does to the house. But still wintertime out there, and still a little easier for you all to see if I just do it right here in the kitchen. So we're just going to get these cooked down till they're just starting to get crispy, render some of the fat off of them, kind of like bacon crumbles for a salad or something like that. Then we'll take those out with a slotted spoon. We're going to use that grease again, so we'll come back when this is rendered down a little bit. All right, as you can see, we got some smoke going here, bacon smoke. That's what you get when you make bacon. But that's all right. Smells delicious. While that's going and while our potatoes are boiling, I'm going to go ahead and slice this red onion. try and get it as thinly sliced as you can. I'm going to wait with that. I might not use the whole onion. It says a medium onion. This is kind of a large onion, but we'll probably use the whole thing. Try and get these as thinly sliced as I can without slicing my finger off. Mrs. Smokin has a handy little slicer that it slices, it dices, it grates. It's kind of a little box thing that you put the onion or whatever on top, and works pretty handy, but we're doing this old school. This is where it gets tricky down to the end, and I'm not very good at doing this. As you can see, I've already cut my finger one other day, but we'll figure it out. Okay, these are half slices, but that's okay. Any of you guys have tips on how to do this better, let me know in the comments, because I do kind of stink at this. And that one's just going to have to be a little thicker, I think. Oh, that'll do. All right. Got a few more minutes on the potatoes. This has got a little ways to go yet. So we'll be back in just a flash. All right, our potatoes are parboiled. They're just fork tender, just barely, which is what we want. We don't want them too overcooked because then they'll get mushy. But they are ready to go. Bacon's still going, as you can see. I'm thinking in hindsight, maybe I should have cooked them as strips and then broke them into crumbles. Might have cooked a little faster, but that's okay. We're not really in a big hurry. I am hungry though, but we're about there. We'll get there in a minute or two. I'm going to start pulling a few of these out. We don't want them too overcooked, but we want to leave that bacon grease in there. So let's get some of these extra crispy ones out of there. We'll keep going with this, and we'll be back in just a minute. All right, our bacon is finished. Got them just to where they're starting to get crispy, but not too over crispy. All right, we're gonna set those aside, and then hopefully we don't flash here. We're gonna saute our onions. Just gonna lay them in gently because we don't want that to flash over on us. We saute these onions until they're soft. Don't know how translucent they will get with the red onions, but I just want to get them a little bit soft. Soak up some of that butter or bacon grease. Oh boy, that smells delicious. All right, just going to saute these for a few minutes, 5 minutes maybe, and be right back. When these are done, I'm going to go about 5 to 7 minutes, and then we're gonna throw it all in the skillet. If it doesn't fit, which it might not, it's going to be close. We'll use our aluminum pan, casserole pan. But we're going to try and get it in the skillet, have it in one pan. Things will cook down. It'll be all right. It's just going to be a little challenging to toss. You want to toss it all, make sure all of the seasonings and the ranch seasoning and everything gets well mixed in there. So we may take it out, toss it, and then put it back in the skillet. That's an idea. We might try that. We'll see how it goes. We got a few more minutes on the onions here. We're just going to let them go. Turn the heat up just a notch. Let me know in the comments if you've ever tried this recipe or one like it. Let me know what you do. And This is always a good time to learn new things. I'm always trying to learn new recipes. Let me know what you guys do. All right, we'll let that go a few more minutes. You want your onions to start to get a little bit caramelized, or as we say in the Midwest, caramelized. Maybe that's just me that said that. I don't know. They're getting close. And then we have, for our seasonings, as I mentioned, we've got a package of Hidden Valley Ranch seasoning dressing and recipe mix. We've got a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of smoked paprika, and a teaspoon of cracked black pepper. And we're going to add a little olive oil in there to help everything kind of stick together. But we're about ready to add the rest of our ingredients together and get to smoking. We're going to smoke this for about 30 to 40 minutes, just till everything is well smoked and blended together. We're using hickory pellets, and we've got it set at 375. So we won't get a lot of smoke at 375. We'll probably start a little lower. I'm going to drop it down to about 225 for about 15 minutes, and then we'll bring it up to 375 so we can get everything well cooked. The green beans we'll need to cook. They're raw. All right, about ready for that. It's time to see if it's all gonna fit, and you just add everything in. You add your potatoes, your green beans, your bacon, seasonings. Just throw it all in there. We need a tablespoon of oil to go on top of that, olive oil. So let's just get started here. If we overflow, we'll move it to our aluminum pan, but let's see what we can do here. It's going to be a full boat. Yeah. We might be okay. It's going to be tricky tossing it all. Like I said, we might have to use the pan to toss it. Our bacon back in. And then we're going to put our tablespoon of olive oil. And our ranch seasoning. I've got olive oil all over my hands now. Our ranch seasoning. Okay. And then we're going to go with our garlic powder. Our smoked paprika. And our black pepper. Turn that off. We don't need that going anymore. All right, now the moment of truth. Fire or fail. Can we kind of toss this a little bit? Need a bigger skillet. I need a big old cowboy skillet. Could have used the Dutch oven. That might have been a little better. All right, when it cooks down a little bit, which it will, we can try and toss it again. Keep everybody in the boat. Get those onions up to the top. Oh, that's starting to look like something. smells delicious already, and we haven't even got it on the smoker yet. All right. Let's get that out to the smoker and get it going. Oh, it smells delicious. This is a two-hander. All right, like I said, we're gonna let that go about 15 minutes at 250. You want a lower temp to get more smoke. The hotter it is, the less smoke you actually get. So we're gonna leave it down at 250 and let it get a good smoke on 15, 20 minutes, something like that. And then we'll step it up to 350 for the remaining of the smoke, about another 15, 20 minutes. And then it should be, we just want to check the peppers, or the peppers. There are no peppers in there. Uh, the green beans, that's what I'm trying to say. The green beans are not cooked at all. So those are the things we're going to have to check to make sure they're tender. So that'll be our thermometer for this cook. So we'll be back in just a minute for you, about 30, 45 minutes for me. All right, it's been 45 minutes, and I checked the green beans and potatoes, and they are tender and hot. So let's go get them off the smoker and get a taste. Oh boy. All right. Oh, I wish you could smell it. Need to invent smell-o-vision. I'd be a millionaire. All right. That looks delicious. Smells delicious. Potatoes are tender. Green beans are tender, but not mushy. Oh, that looks fabulous. You're probably wondering, hey Mike, you didn't make a cocktail. Well, today we are going to have a bottle of my Pinot Grigio that I made. This is 2023. Wow, it's been a while. I'll leave a link to that video. I made that back in the summer of 23. Mrs. Smokin loves Pinot Grigio. She's been begging me to make a smoked veggie dish, and so this one's for Mrs. Smokin. So let's go ahead and get this opened up and let it breathe a little bit. This particular one I made from a kit. It was one of the first wines that I made. You can buy the kits on Amazon. It comes with the grape juice concentrate and the yeast and all of the ingredients you need to make your wine. Oh yeah, that's going to be delicious. One for me. I'd say one for you, but I don't know how you're going to drink it. One for Mrs. Smokin. Oh boy. All right, let's tear into this. Okay. Boy, I cannot wait. Oh, let's see. Cut a little bit off of a couple green beans here. A piece of potato. Gotta get it all in one, right? Where'd the green bean go? There we go. A little bit of onion, a little bit of green bean, a little bit of potato. Oh, you can smell the seasonings on it. You can smell that hickory smoke in there. And oh boy, here we go. Oh wow. There's just all kinds of flavors there. potato is forward, and you get your green beans in the middle, and then that bacon comes through on the backside. There's a little bit of that hickory smoke kind of surrounding it all. Wow, that is delicious. Let's see how it goes with Pinot Grigio. I call this shallow. I think that's Italian. Ooh, that's nice. That really balances out with the salty, savory flavors of the vegetables. It's a nice, mellow white wine. Wow, that is delicious. Well, that about does it for the smoked country ranch green beans and potatoes with bacon. I want to thank you all once again for tuning in to Smokin' and Drinkin'. If you like this video, hit that like button and remember to subscribe. It really helps us out. And ring that notification bell to be notified. As always, Prost!